best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief. It was the epoch of incredulity. It was the season of light. It was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope. It was the winter of despair.
Royal George, Dover! Royal George!
Thank you, sir.
Good morning to you, sir. I'm Jarvis Lorry of Tellson's Back. I am looking for a young lady, Miss Lucy Minette. Can you tell me where?
There, sir.
I beg your pardon?
There, sir. Directly behind you. Taking tea with her companion.
Miss Lucy?
Mr. Lorry. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
You know Miss Pross, don't you?
Oh, pleasure, ma'am. As always.
What is this all about, Mr. Lorry? The letter said it was of the utmost importance.
Quite true. Although I must confess it's such an astounding revelation that Indeed, I hardly know how to tell you.
Is it something so dreadful?
On the contrary, it's wonderful news. You were too young to remember, of course, your father being thrown into prison. At that time, any French nobleman could imprison any French citizen with no questions asked.
Does this concern my father's estate?
No, not his estate. He left you enough to live comfortably, as we both know. Oh, Miss Lucy.
Courage, Mr. Lorry.
Your father, my dear child, your father has been found.
What?
Alive. He was left to die in prison. He did not die.
Where is he?
He's been taken to the house of an old servant of his in Paris, a man by the name of Defarge. It is in this house, above a wine shop, that we can find him. Will you be able to leave with me on the packet boat tomorrow? Oh, Miss Lucy.
Good heavens, man, look what you've done. Did you have to frighten the child to death? What sort of a banker are you? Fetch the vinegar.
Grade 9, did you notice how difficult for a person like Lucy Manette to live for 17 or 18 years thinking that her father is dead, and suddenly to be informed by Mr. Jarvis Lorry that her father was found alive? In France, the conditions were terrible, as the rich have the authority to arrest and imprison any one of the poor and without a trial. So, and also, did you notice Miss Pross and how she cares? Miss Pross is Lucy's Manette, maid and the servant. She is responsible of her education, and she was responsible of growing her up. Miss Pross loved Lucy Manette as if she is her daughter, and in return, Lucy loved her as if she is her mother. The conditions in Paris or in France were very terrible. It was the best of time for some people, and of course, those people are the rich, aristocrats, the nobles, kings and queens, lords and dukes. And it was the worst of time for the poor people